Now I think this is genuinely the highest specification Volvo we have ever had in the showroom, and this one is absolutely immaculate. This is the Volvo XC60. It's the R-Design Pro, which means it gets a lot more upgrades than what you'd normally find on a standard Volvo. And in addition to that, it has just a massive amount, a list of optional extras. Now, the main and obvious one is of course the colour. This is bursting blue, which is actually quite a sought after rare colour now because they don't produce Volvos in this colour anymore. When they did, it was extremely popular, so I don't know why they stopped, in my personal opinion, because I love it. The car's a 2018, registered on an 18 plate. It's done just over 25,000 miles, so very low miles for what it is. The car's only had 2 owners, and they've taken it back to Volvo every time for the servicing, so it's an absolutely full Volvo service history. The first owner owned it 4 years. The second owner just over 2, so clearly they both loved it and they both looked after it just immensely well. Now I said this is the R-Design Pro, so I'm going to show you a few of the features that come with that, and in addition to that it's got more spec to take it above and beyond the R-Design Pro specification. So the main one, obviously the colours. The second one is the alloy wheels. Check them out, guys. So it's a diamond cut contrast finish. You've obviously got the diamond cut finish on top and then the contrast in there. Now it's got Pirelli tyres all round, P0s, which are really quite an expensive tyre to have, and sort of just further evidence to show how well they did look after this car. It's clearly had no expense spared. Now in addition to the alloys just being just exceptional and an optional upgrade, they've also applied alloy wheel protection there, so that's just in case they got near a curb. Not that these are curbed, they're not curbed, but it was more of a just in case and an extra barrier of protection because they loved the car so much. Now the vehicle is a petrol plug-in hybrid. Now what that means is you fill it up like normal at the pump, that's absolutely fine, but then when you get home you can actually plug the car in, and the petrol and the hybrid, the petrol and the electric are going to work together for the hybrid. Now you might have noticed the fuel flap there, that is for the electric, so you can plug it in at a normal wall socket and it's going to charge it up, and starting the car will be electric. Then there's a few other ways it helps the car run with the electric and the petrol combination. Now the next very sought after option on these is the panoramic sunroof. You'll see that from the outside. It's a tilt and slide for the front, and then you've got the fixed glass in the rear, so both the front passengers and the rear passengers are getting natural light through, and of course you're getting the open top on the front. So that is really cool, and again, it's quite uncommon on these. So I think this car genuinely has just about every specification or optional extra added that you will want, and I'll show you the rest of them when we get inside, but I've got a long list, so I'm going to have to go through it. Now the XC60 is not the biggest they do in Volvo's range, so it's the mid sort of size SUV, and I have to say it's probably the perfect size. So the boot is just massive, as you can see. They've left the boot protection liner in as well, just to protect the fabric underneath. Underneath the protector, obviously you've got the original just boot liner, which is all immaculate as expected. Now it's still got the first aid kit, and this is the charging cable there. As you can see, it's a 3-pin normal socket, so you plug it into your everyday socket, what you've got in your garage or your car, and that'll charge it up. Now the thing that makes this the Pro, another bit of spec on it, is that it's actually got air suspension. So as you can see, you can lower the vehicle or raise it with these buttons there. You can do that from inside as a driver as well. And the air suspension makes it a much more comfortable ride, which you can obviously adjust as I've shown you there. Now closing the boot up is of course also automatic. Now I said the condition of the car is just immaculate. It's a 2018, and I have to say there's not a mark on it. It's, I mentioned already, but Pirelli Zeros all round. They've got the rim protection on every tyre, so the alloys are unmarked, but they haven't marked them anyway. It was more, as I say, just as an extra precaution. Now inside the vehicle is just as impressive, if not more, than the exterior. You've got the leather and suede seating in the rear, and now if I was guessing, I would probably say the rear seats look like they've very rarely been used. No signs of wear or sort of marks on them, anything like that. Now, I did say the specification continues to the interior, but just getting in the inside, it's actually got keyless entry, which is again an option, so you can lock the car by pressing that there. The mirrors fold in, which signifies that, but then when you come up to the car you can also just grab the handle, and as long as you've got the key in your pocket, it's going to open like that. Now check it out, guys. Inside you get electric seats for the driver. They're memory function. You also get electric seats for the passenger, which is an upgrade. Usually you just get it for the driver, but in this case it's got both the driver and the passenger. So they're both electrically controlled. They're both heated. You've got a heated steering wheel as well. You've got a heads-up display. And now if you look to the middle there, you might have noticed something slightly different. And that is because the gear shifter is actually a big option. Now you might be wondering what that is. That is a genuine Swedish crystal gear shifter, an option from Volvo from factory. and yeah, just add to the style and sort of premium feel, because it is a very, very expensive option to have. Now the next difference you might notice, just panning over to the middle of the dash there, is a little silver thing. Now what that silver thing is that is Bowers and Wilkins stereo system. Again, a very, very big option on the car, and that is considered one of the best car speaker systems you can buy. So you can actually adjust the sound of how it sounds when you sat in the vehicle. There's different settings, I'll show you a few of them, but as I say, it's one of the best speaker systems you can buy, and considered by many to be the best. Now I'll start the vehicle up. Now you might not think I've started it, but that's of course because it's the hybrid, so it's completely silent starting it up. And then of course, as you set off driving or you put it into sport mode, it's going to kick in with the petrol and use them both in combination. The next thing, if you're using this car on the motorway, it's a very useful thing, is adaptive cruise control, which is a massive, massive option on these yet again. And you can use that by pressing this button here. That signifies that it's got it, and you press that, and then obviously it comes up on your dashboard there. You can set the distance from the car in front of you, and essentially what it does is it doesn't allow you to get too close to the car in front. It's going to keep the distance. If the car in front slows down, it's going to also automatically slow the car down for you. I want to show you the rest of the options. So if I swipe the screen across, it's got a lot more buttons than the normal ones do have, and that's because of the options. So of course that's just to do with the hybrid stuff. But the lane keeping aid, so that's when you're on the motorway, it's got lane assist. Park assist, it's got a 360-degree camera. So I'll put the car into reverse to show you that. But as you can see, we've got this door open at the moment, so it's not going to function, this camera, because the door's open. But you've got a 360 bird's eye view surround camera. Now I'll put the car back into neutral, press the home button. It's also got front and rear park assist, so it's the sensors beep if you get close to anything. Next option, cross traffic alert, guys. What that does, if you're reversing out of a space, it's going to basically predict that you're going into the track of an oncoming car and warn you about that. And if you do keep going, it's going to stop you to prevent a collision. So Volvos are known for the safety, and the extra features that this one has certainly amplify that. Now the camera, of course, I've showed you is a 360 camera. Heads-up display, you can adjust the height and sort of, if you even want it on or not, you can turn that off as well. Cruise control, it's got normal cruise control as well as the adaptive cruise control. It's also going to warn you if you're speeding, because it recognises the signs. And then another big option, it's got self-park. So you can actually choose for the car to park you into a space, or indeed out of a space. Or you can do it just by yourself if you prefer. And the final big option is blind spot information system. So if I just point your direction to the mirrors here, what's that signified by is this little bit there, and when I'm driving, that's going to light up. And when you're on the motorway, basically it's got sensors built into the side of the car, and if you're going to sort of pull out into the middle lane, but there's a car there, this will light up and warn you that you shouldn't do that, because of course you would crash. And guys, I said it's got a panoramic roof, that's controlled by this. It's also got a sun blind, so if I close the pan roof up fully, I can then pull the blind across, and that is electric as well. So if it's a sunny day, put that across, and there you are. And as I said before, the sunroof actually stretches from the front all the way to the rear seat, so you get an absolutely massive amount of natural light through, and it's just a fabulous place to be. And with the addition of the Bowers and Wilkins, if you're into your tunes, you're going to love this car. Now I did promise to show you the Bowers and Wilkins sound experience, that's what they call it. So you press that button there, and you can optimize the sound for each of the seats. So if it's just you in the car, you can optimize it for the driver. You can change it so it sounds like you're in a stage or a concert hall. As you can see there, you can choose to have it sounding like a concert hall or a stage. You can sort of adjust the intensity as you prefer, or indeed just have it focused on you, the driver. But yeah, very good speaker system, and as I say, it is considered one of the best you can buy. And the first owner will have paid very dearly for that from factory. Now the car is still running, of course it's completely silent because it's in the electric mode, so I just wanted to show you the daytime running lights that you get with a Volvo, because I do think they're very cool and stylish. The LED daytime running lights, the Volvo actually call it Thor's hammer, and inside there is of course your LED, fully LED headlights and daytime running lights. Guys, I just can't emphasize enough, the condition of this car is absolutely incredible. Full Volvo service history, 2 owners from new, pan roof, Bowers and Wilkins. You've got memory seats for the driver, electronically adjustable seats for the passenger, heated seats, heated steering wheel, electronic boot, and then just the list goes on. I probably didn't cover everything because there is so much to cover with this car, but of course the full spec list is online, so check it out. But if you'd like to inquire on this car, cannot imagine it hanging around long at all, then contact me. My name's Will, and I'll happily show you the car, and you will not be disappointed. Thanks for watching.